It can only be one. NuckleDu versus Idom. That should be a good match, I think, too, right? Wake up, empty assault, jump low. Exactly. You got to do that shit, too. Sometimes you got to race. That's exactly what I was referencing, yeah. Yes, Chip. I like that crouching light kick. That didn't combo, by the way. He did the wrong dash punch. I wonder if he tried EX. Chip, no, don't do it. Dude, G's anti-air crouching heavy punch is so fucking good. I want to play G just so I can hit crouching heavy punch. Nice. He convinced him. He was like, look at this nice block string that caught you out of the air. Wouldn't it be great if you blocked? And then he did. And then he died. Crouching heavy punch is so fucking good. I want to play it just for that. He's going to chip him. Yeah. Light it up. You know, it happens. If you take a break from fighting games and you come back, it takes your mind and your body a while to get back in. Yeah. You know what's funny? I saw Ultra David on Twitter say he thinks fighting game Street Fighter block strings are just the neatest thing in the world because they're so freestyle that you can do like forward heavy punch and then afterwards swing with fierce. Because if there's like a, you know, even though there's a big gap there, it doesn't matter because you're scared of the light punch buffer after. He said they're freestyle. That's what he said. No, it's the same thing, actually. Dude does this a lot. A lot of people do like a negative button with G, and then they're spaced out enough that you can buffer light kick into rush punch, right? But like with G, NuckleDu does fierce a lot. He does that a lot. That's like his button. He doesn't use staying light kick as much. It's the same thing. He like walks back and does that. Street Fighter 5 is like jazz. And also, it's like every single fighting game in the world you can do that, right? You do something that's slightly negative, space yourself out, walk back, hit a button, or, you know, buffer a button. I thought it was a weird tweet. But what do I know? It's open world. He does it a lot. Even after that, you see fireball, afterwards buffer, crouching medium punch. He does that quite a bit. If he's negative, he does fiercely. Fierce is his favorite button to do it from. He does that quite a bit. Why did I make that tweet? I didn't. But I thought that was an interesting tweet. If the other thing is, sometimes people do things that are plus and then do stuff that's extra plus because, you know, or extra, like, you know, slow, even though you're plus because you're like, well, he's not going to hit a button. Damn, that's a lot of meter. She gets 3 special moves before she gets the special move that kills? That's tight. Yeah, Bison players sometimes do roundhouse into roundhouse. It'd be like that. See that? Heavy. He did a heavy kick and then afterwards crouching medium punch. Crouching jab. You see that? He's just buffering everything. It's a very normal thing to do. That was a good backdash. And a good back jump air to air. I think getting air flipped out against G is okay. Unfortunately, he got air flipped out like 9 times and died. Yeah, he thought like, okay, I could just backdash and maybe I'll get out of the command throw. Maybe I'll get away from like the block string. He'll cancel into a fireball to whiff. Nah. Yeah, I know. When I play Bison and I do heavy kick into heavy kick, I'm like, I'm the smartest motherfucker in this room, and it's not close. Yeah, so G, I think his game plan is relatively straightforward, but I think what makes G hard, that's a great example. What makes G hard is that he takes a lot of situational awareness about levels, trades, combos, and all kinds of routes you have to have for the character. For example, anti-air, back, heavy punch, trade into low smash, level up. This is like, to be ready for this anti-air is pretty specific. The general game plan of G is relatively simple, right? But the actual like execution of it is, you know, it takes a little bit of work. Even in a matchup like this, right? When you're at this level here, you have a more damaging anti-air than at other levels. So like you have to ask yourself, do I want to level up again if I get the hit? Nice sweep. Like what combo route do I do? I'm level 1, I get a command throw in the corner with X amount of meter. What's my best combo route? That's something that G has to think about, that other characters, you know, not quite as much usually. Chip. Wow, really? Yeah, Morty, you know what's unusual about this matchup is that G's sweep deals with Fireball so well, which is weird because a lot of sweeps that are that long, you know, they get stuffed up close by the Fireball. He tried crouching light kick that time because it was a little closer, I think, to the Fireball. Nice buffer. The empty cancel. Somebody gets mad at me because I call that a buffer instead of an empty cancel. Yeah, like, it's close enough. But you're right, I should be accurate. Wow, that was a good punish. You know, as a G player, that's interesting to have that punish because it's better. It's better than like most EX punishes there, right? I think most, like, if you think about EX tackle or EX dash punch, then that's definitely a better punish than both of those. All right, you know what? This is why I call it a buffer. I said it's an empty cancel, and immediately, what's an empty cancel? What's an empty cancel? You see this? The person who's mad at me that I call it a buffer. Well, I mean, if I called it a buffer, you'd know what I mean, right? You would say, well, he's doing a move from far away, and he's inputting a special move, and it only comes out if the move connects, right? That's what you would think of, and I would think of Fame for dropping this big 26 raid. Thanks very much. Same thing with an empty cancel. It's the same idea. Empty cancel is actually what that is supposed to be called. Also, remember when Ultra David said this block string was open world? What did he say? Freestyle? This, and then if he buffers a button back, he hits fierce. Same thing. I mean, he's looking for a counter poke. That's all it is. Some people use light kick. NuckleDu likes using heavy punch. This is something about him that is very like, NuckleDu always does this with his G. Yeah, that's a meaty combo. I think you can actually get crouching medium punch from that sometimes, depending on how meaty it is.
Almost home. Said sorry, we ain't going to Stun City, not today. Get away from me. I love that.
Punish. Oh no. This is, yeah, no level, take the Oki. Command throw? Oh, wait, did he? Okay, never mind. I was going to ask a silly question there, but I didn't have to because then I thought about it. Crouching heavy punch the goat. Oh, it whiffed. I thought he was going to walk up and command throw. Oh, no.
That is match point. NuckleDu is looking like he's taking the expressway all the way to the grand finals.
I'm telling you, he swings with that fierce. That fierce is like his button of choice. To be fair, I think it's actually quite a good idea. That sucks. Getting hit by the medium punch and then blocking and then getting command thrown is some fucking sad boy shit, I'll tell you what. That mix-up's good. When you eat the jump in, deep jump in there, you're always like, okay, is it empty jump, low? Is it going to be instant overhead? What's it going to be? And then he command throws you, and you're like, word. Word. Are you serious? Because, like, in this situation, you can do that, right? When G falls here with his jump, he can do instant jump, light kick, instant overhead into V-skill. Or he can do empty jump low instead, or empty throw, or you can just do command throw. That mix-up is so good. It also safe jumps. You can also do that move to safe jump a lot of stuff too. Including like a Urian EX headbutt or something. But then there's like timings where if you do it to safe jump EX headbutt, Urian can wake up Jat. It's weird. There's some weird stuff with that setup.